Well, good morning. We are glad that you joined us, and we are here talking about holiday scams. We're actually going to do the 12 scams Christmas. And my name is Jason. I'm with the Better Business Bureau. The name of our Better Business Bureau is actually the Better Business Bureau Serving the Fall Line Corridor. Now, we came up with that name because we have offices in Augusta, Macon, and Columbus, and that was known as the Fall Line. And we actually serve over 77 counties, over 47,000 businesses, and over 2.5 million consumers. And it seems like we're always doing something. There's always something going on, and we cannot do it by ourselves because we have some wonderful friends. And one of our friends is, it's Mr. Sean Conroy. And Mr. Sean, will you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
Hey, thank you, Jason. And we appreciate the Better Business Bureau inviting us to this holiday scam webinar. And Jason said it, in consumer protection, it takes a number of players to working together to help stop scams and protect consumers. And so at the Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division, we're the state level consumer protection law enforcement organization, and we enforce a number of consumer protection laws, including the Fair Business Practices Act. We have counselors available for consumers to contact Monday through Friday. And we, on our website at consumer.ga.gov, you can learn more about us as well. Our phone number, and we'll probably give this out again later in the program, is 404-651-8600. So what we try to do at our office is investigate complaints when they're in the public interest. We don't represent individual, and we get about 18 to 20,000 complaints a year. We have a staff of about 45 people, investigators, lawyers, counselors that again talk to consumers. So we also place consumer information on our website. We have a program called Ask Consumer Ed where we answer consumer questions twice a month from real consumers, and so that's our organization in a nutshell. And I'll pass it back to you, Jason.
Well, it's always funny to me when people say, what do you do at the Better Business Bureau? And I always say, well, a lot. And because the Better Business Bureau tends to act like a funnel or an intake, and we get it. And what we do is, with these great friends like Sean at the Attorney General's, Consumer Protection Division, we're able to say, hey, it needs a greater look. It needs a state level investigation. And so we're able to push it up to him. But then when we need to go, more with a federal level, then we call our friend Anna. And Anna's always been a great friend to our Better Business Bureau. And so would you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Sure, Jason. And just to echo Sean, we always appreciate partnering with the Better Business Bureau as well as the State Attorney General's office. We can't do our work without our great partners. And so we just appreciate being invited to be here today and to hear from everyone about what they're seeing in regards to scams, because the Federal Trade Commission's mission is to stop unfair or deceptive acts or practices in the marketplace. And that runs the gamut from anything from robocalls to frauds to some of the scams we're going to talk about today to nationwide false advertising. I do have to give a standard disclaimer before we begin that any views I express today are my own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Commission or any of the individual 5 commissioners. But I look forward to talking with everybody and getting some great information out there about how people can protect themselves from some of the scams we're going to be talking about today.
So with these different scams, we're calling it the 12 scams of Christmas. And I can promise you that a scammer is not your true love. So he's not going to be bringing you, 2 turtle doves. But what I can tell you is that the organizations that you would turn to for relief during scams or for help with scams or to, what we would prefer to be educated before you ever fall for a scam is the Better Business Bureau, the Attorney General's Office, the Consumer Protection Division, and the Federal Trade Commission. So what we're doing is we're bringing all three of them to you. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true scam love gave to me, asked me for a donation to a fake charity. So now this one gets me. I'm in the season to where I am very blessed. I'm blessed, we've made it another year. We have our health, and that's a big deal this year. And so I want to give back. So what is going on with these fake charities?
Yeah, Jason, it's terrible again what these scam artists will do. And what we recommend is you choose who you're going to give to. You make a list of the charities that you want to provide funds to during the next year, and so that you are at peace in your mind with your level of giving and what you can afford. And that way, you can guard against the unsolicited solicitations that may come to you via email, text, or often on the phone asking you for money. We all want to give. We feel guilty if we say no. And much like the other imposter scams that we see, there are times where fake, the real logo of a real charity can be used for a fraudulent website. So before giving, do your research. Go to give.org. The Better Business Bureau has a great tool to check out a charity. And also be aware that whenever there's something in the news, a natural disaster, a tragedy, that scam artists will seize upon that and launch a campaign to collect funds that won't go to the intended recipient. They'll go to the pocket of the scam artists. And so if you plan out your giving, you're going to be in a much better position to just say no when you're approached by a potential scam artist. And also be aware that check out the charity that you're going to give to. Also know that some charities may provide your personal information to other charities. So you can also check with the charity to see if I give to you, are you going to give my information to other charities who are then going to solicit to me? It's something to be aware of. So that's some information regarding phony charities.
Well, that is great stuff. And again, do your homework. Give.org, great website to check out charities.